This podcast is sponsored by Ford Ranger, the greatest AFL players of all time, a team-by-team breakdown.
I'll see you at the footy.
Welcome to Interesting AFL. Today's podcast is about the greatest players in Australian Football League history. I'm your host, Ryan Marshall, and today I'm taking on an ambitious challenge, identifying the single greatest player from every AFL team that's ever taken the field. From Adelaide Crows to the Western Bulldogs, we'll cover 18 current teams plus the defunct clubs that helped shape our game. Let's dive in.
Australia, and we're known as the Adelaide Crows.
Starting with the Adelaide Crows, established in 1991, I'll have to go with Taylor Walker, also known as Tex. He's been the heart and soul of Adelaide Crows since 2009, kicking 678 goals across 300 games. Tex's consistency and leadership makes him forever with Adelaide footy.
We are the pride of Brisbane town, we wear blue and gold.
Moving northeast to Brisbane, Jonathan Brown stands tall as the Lions' greatest. The towering forward was instrumental in their golden era, helping secure 3 consecutive premierships from 2001 to 2003. Brown's 594 goals and clutch final performances define what it means to be a champion.
We are the Navy Blues.
For Carlton, I'm going with Stephen Kernahan, a 6'6" centre-half forward who terrorised defenders and delivered 2 premierships in 1987 and 1995. His 738 goals in 251 games perfectly summarised Carlton's winning tradition.
Good old Collingwood forever.
Now, Collingwood presents an interesting case. Gordon Coventry remains their greatest legend with an incredible 1,299 goals across 306 games from 1920 to 1937. 5 premierships and records that stood for decades. That's an ultimate magpie. Though I should mention Scott Pendlebury has an honourable mention, potentially set to play the most games in AFL history for the black and white and overall.
See the bombers fly up, up.
At Essendon, Matthew Lloyd gets a nod. The precise goal kicker converted 926 goals and was crucial in their legendary 2000 premiership season, until they destroyed Port Adelaide. That was one of the greatest seasons in AFL history. Speaking of Essendon, Justin Fletcher's 23-long career represents the longest career in AFL history.
We are the boys from Old Fitzroy, we wear the colours.
Let's not forget the clubs that are no longer with us. Fitzroy's Jack Moriarty scored 662 goals and delivered 2 premierships in 1925 and 1931. Then Fitzroy merged with Brisbane Bears in 1996, who are now known today as Brisbane Lions. Melbourne University. Yes, they played AFL from 1908 to 1914. They were a real team. Google it. Roy Park stands as their sole representative, the only university player to kick 4 or 5 goals in a match despite the team's winless record during his time there. And I'm not joking, he lost 44 games in a row, no wins. Moving to Western Australia, Fremantle Matthew Pavlich explained everything admirable about the Dockers' AFL journey. 700 goals across 353 games, no premiership success. His leadership made him a beloved figure in Freo.
We are Geelong, the greatest team of all.
For Geelong, I'm going with Gary Ablett Sr., pure entertainment with 1,021 goals. Despite never winning a premiership with the Cats, or any other team, his individual brilliance and highlight performances made him the most watchable player in AFL history.
We are the sons of the Gold Coast sky.
The newer clubs have their legends too. Besides Gary Ablett Jr., Gold Coast Tom Lynch has been their standout starting from 2011, providing hope with 481 goals in total despite their team's early struggles. Tom Lynch ended up going to Richmond Tigers in 2018. Now, I wrote this script a while ago, but I've been talking about their struggles. They've just won their first final recently. Nice.
We're the greater Western Sydney Giants. We're the biggest and the best.
At Greater Western Sydney, Toby Green has emerged as the face of their rapid rise, combining skill with his competitiveness that established the Giants, who are now an actual threat to other teams.
We're a happy team at Hawthorn.
Hawthorn's Jason Dunstall shows their golden era. 1,254 goals and 4 premierships from 1986 to 1989, then 1991. Though we should mention Peter Hudson's remarkable 150 goals in a season, which remains one of AFL's greatest records.
The team of the red and the blue. Every heart beats.
Melbourne presents some fascinating options. I've gone with Fred Fanning, who achieved a legendary status with that record-setting 18 goals and 1 behind in a single match, a record that remains unmatched. Though Norm Smith's coaching legacy, Vic Cumberland's 22-year season career until age 43, and Ron Barashi's 7 premiership all represent Melbourne's excellence.
North Melbourne is the team that plays to win for you and me.
North Melbourne's Brent Harvey redefined durability. 432 games until age 40, making him one of only 2 players that reached the milestone of age 40. 2 premierships and incredible endurance makes him the ultimate kangaroo. Port Adelaide's Warren Treadrey was instrumental in their 2004 premiership, their AFL flag after transitioning from the SANFL. His 549 goals and leadership established a competitive standard for power.
Away from Tigerland.
Richmond's Jack Tice remains one of their most prolific goal scorers from the pre-war era. 970 goals and 3 premierships, serving as the titanium of their forward for nearly 2 decades.
Oh, when the Saints go marching in.
Here's a record that will never be broken. St Kilda's Tony Lockett, the AFL's all-time leading goal scorer with 1,360 goals. Despite the Saints never winning a premiership during his time, Tony's amazingness on his own provided countless memorable moments, including that legendary 12-goal performance when his team scored a total of 14 goals. He also went to Sydney Swans in 1995.
Cheer, cheer the red and the white.
Besides Tony Lockett, Sydney's Bob Pratt represents their greatest talent from the South Melbourne era, with 681 goals helping deliver the 1933 premiership. His goal-scoring established that lasted for decades. He also got 150 goals in a season, which tied with Peter Hudson, then went off to war, which is also why he missed 6 seasons. However, in 1946, he came back and played one last game. West Coast's Josh Kennedy explains their early goal-scoring tradition. 723 goals, leaving a remarkable career. Speaking of remarkable, Jamie Cripps kicked 2 goals in his first 2 kicks on debut.
Bulldogs bite and Bulldogs roar.
Finally, Western Bulldogs Simon Beasley provided excitement during the challenging 1980s, scoring 575 goals in just 154 games. Even though they struggled during his time, Marcus Bontempelli still has 6-7 years left in him, and he's kicked 253 goals, and he's a midfielder. There you have it, the greatest player from every AFL team in history. From Gordon Coventry's 1,299 goals compared to Tony Lockett's record, 3 premiership heroes to loyal servants of struggling clubs, these legends represent the absolute best of Australian footy. What do you think? Did I get it right, or do you choose differently? Let me know in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe for more AFL history and analysis. This is Ryan Marshall. Goodbye.